live!
We're recording, aren't we? Look at that.
We still don't know which button to press. Hello, welcome to Leah's Wine. I feel like my head's a bit cut off. This is my friend Graham.
Hello.
Hi. And he's come to drink some wine with me tonight. And we can talk about it, taste it, see whether you like it. And yeah, have a bit of a chat.
Yes, I'm sure I will.
Yeah, so we're going to have two wines tonight because it's Christmas, nearly. We're going to have a Festive Fizz theme. Do you like fizz? Yeah.
Very much, yes, particularly in wines.
Okay, great. Well, we also have back with us for a limited time only, French Frank. Yay, French Frank, always moving the camera. Our super cameraman who always promises to be on film but becomes camera shy and can't. So what is first up, French Frank? Would you mind pouring for us? Don't spill a drop. Great, lovely, thank you.
Are you coming from the other side, French Frank?
He's also mute and doesn't talk. Whoa, look at that froth.
I think it's reasonable to say at this juncture, merci.
Merci beaucoup. So Whispering Wine and Leah's Wine, which is me, we've been a little bit out of touch lately. We've been travelling a little bit. So we've been to Ireland, been to Scotland, so we've been drinking a lot of whiskey, not so much wine. But we're back now for another episode. So have a look at this. It's quite a nice colour. Are you having some French Frank?
It's very small.
What's the glass?
No, the amount.
Would you like some more?
Well, I've not tasted it yet. I'm just.
I'll
I'll stick with this French Frank just to, because this is just trying it, aren't we?
Ah, no, sure, go on. Go on, sure. Yeah, have another bit. And then it'll have a smell.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you very
Go on,
much.
French Frank. I'll rush it. Yeah. I haven't even tasted it yet. Merci beaucoup. C'est tout. Lovely. Are you having some French Frank? Yeah, French Frank.
Right, yes.
No, we can't see a thing. Just went like that. Oh, yay, French Frank. Okay, so have a little bit of a smell, Brian. And while you're having a sniff,
Ooh.
tell me what you're up to today. Ooh.
Ooh. I can smell. I'll be honest, I haven't got a very good nose.
Looks fine to me.
Well, I don't know. I'd have changed it.
Blame your mother or your father for that?
Both of them. The pair of them were in on it. It smells like a fizzy wine.
Does it?
Yes.
Like something that you've had before, or?
It smells sweet.
Right.
Anyway, do you want to know what I've done today?
Yeah, go on.
If I was to tell you I've been stripping all day long, the front of the house with my new paint stripping gun.
Have you?
Yes.
Graham's got used to using guns, aren't you, Graham?
Well, French Frank came across and had a look, and I was peeling, and
Right.
the paint's been there for a long time,
Okay.
and big lumps of grey were coming off in it.
Oh, so like lead?
It didn't taste like lead, but yes, like lead, yes. So that's what I've been doing today.
Okay, so your palate will be really good now for tasting
Yes,
this
it
wine.
is.
From
Yes,
lead.
yes, from lead to. Can I try it?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah.
How long do I sniff it for?
Oh, as long as you want, but you can drink it as well. That's why we gave you extra.
I've got an encyclopedic knowledge of wine, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. No,
Tell us about it.
I don't really.
We've had some good days when Graham's had come over here and tasted quite a lot of wines, haven't you? He's helped substantially with wine exams, haven't you?
I would probably describe that as lovely.
I think it's lovely. What do you think, French Frank? Yeah? Okay, so this is what we would say is, I haven't told anyone what it is yet, and Graham doesn't know what it is, because we're going to taste another wine in a minute, and then he's going to taste the two together, see which he prefers.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's got high acidity. I get apple pear.
Oh, I would, yes, acidic.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Anything else? Grape, maybe?
I can definitely taste grape.
Yeah.
I get the acidic because I've said this before. I'm not great at getting. My nose doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one I was given,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work super well. But I'm definitely getting an acidic taste, a pleasant acidic taste.
Yeah. Like tasted more of it.
Yeah.
Tasted more. I'd like more.
Tasting. Yeah. That's very good.
We could also get like a lime zesty type finish, like a lingering finish, really. a lime rind taste and aroma from it. This will have a medium body. Get a little bit of white pepper in it as well. White pepper, no. His face. No, but it's got it'll be good with food.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got a fizz in it.
Right, French Frank, would you do the honours and pour us the next wine, please? And we'll have a little bit of a taste of that.
We're going to compare them.
Yeah. See what you think, and then we'll tell you what they are. Thank you, French Frank. And then we'll see which one you prefer.
Now,
I
I'm
really
suspecting
like
that there's going to be a similarity because there's a similar glass, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, French Frank. Yes, I forgot to tilt my glass. So is that what happens when you go to a pub? You stop. Yeah, when you go to a pub, that if the glasses look alike, you think that that might be similar, or
No, but when I've been here before, you've said that the glasses can complement the wine. So I'm presuming
they can. Yeah, they can.
This is it. Do you know? I think it's a great shame that French Frank's hand doesn't come into shot because they're magnificent, aren't they?
Go French Frank. Move it over a little bit further.
They're like shovels, aren't they?
They're like massive shovels. Yes, they are. So there's quite a contrast in colour between these two.
Yeah.
See?
Well, this one's. Can I call this golden?
Yes, you can. Yeah. I always call that pale lemon with a green tint, but you can call it golden if you like. That one would be more golden. Oh, yeah, it's the same one. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's
this
the same
one. Do you know? I think it's golden. It's very golden.
Yeah.
Which sounds lovelier then? Your description or mine?
Probably yours. It's golden.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a golden fizzy wine.
And this one. So have a sniff of the new one.
This one's more green.
Yeah. It's got a green tint. Pale lemon with a green tint, I would say. Yeah. But you can call it pale green. Well, I wouldn't call it pale green, but anyway. Have a sniff and have a taste.
I'm drinking left-handed. I've not done that before.
Oh.
But it's to match. So. I think I prefer this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Whereas that one is lovely, this one's really lovely.
Is it?
Yeah. This one's really lovely.
It's got a lower alcohol content
it?
than the other one, so you could drink quite a lot of this before you would be on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, it's got a very nice.
French Frank is that drinking from the bottle.
It's French. I wonder if French Frank's agreeing.
What do you think,
Yeah,
French Frank?
Yeah, French Frank looks
Is that your cup of tea?
right up
I
his
said,
street.
comme ci, comme ça, si possible. Okay, so this one, if you have a good sniff of this has got lovely aromas of apricot. I get acacia honey, I get lots of honey on this, honeysuckle as well. Peach, stone fruits like pear, but lots of those, a little bit of pineapple in it as well. It's very tropical.
Am I making a lot of noise while I'm sniffing this? I'm conscious of that.
No, just don't. Which you are now. But it's got like some sweet spice as well in it, like like a baking spice. I don't want to say cinnamon, but I want to say like an icing sugar type. Does that make sense?
I'm definitely getting a sweet.
Yeah, it's not dry. The other one is
Right.
dry. The other one is bone dry. This
is
is
it?
bone dry, and this is not. This is.
So the golden one is bone dry.
Yeah, this is not quite sweet, but it's off dry. There's a marked difference in these two wines. Would you like to know what they are?
I would love to know.
This is
what
also
they
medium
are.
acidity, this is high acidity, so there's quite a few differences. Okay, French Frank, could you reveal what we are drinking, please? Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so this is the second one.
Apple ties.
Nice. Okay, thank you very much. And the other one, thank you. The other one, I've got it. The other one.
So is this the first one?
This is the second one.
The second
So
one.
we'll talk about the first one first. First one first. Thank you very much. Okay, both of these are available at Lidl. Lidl. Do you shop in Lidl?
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
I like a good little bargain. This is a Cremant de Bourgogne, so this is from Burgundy, in France. You've had this before.
Do you know? I think I might have
You
done.
have, because
There's a familiar taste to it.
I've had it before. What is really interesting about? Do you know much about Cremant? What Cremant is?
Oh, I know all about it.
Okay. So Cremant is a French sparkling wine, and it's made in the traditional way that Champagne makes their wine. So it copies everything that Champagne does. So it's made in that format. It also has for the Bourgogne Cremant, it has a minimum aging on its dead yeast cells for 9 months. They'll probably leave it on longer. Also, the grapes can come from anywhere within Burgundy, and it can have up to 8 different variety of grapes. So, but predominantly it'll be Pinot Noir, Chardonnay. It might have some Saucy or César or Aligoté as well, might be in it. But this, I don't know exactly what's in it. I have emailed Lidl, but they haven't responded. Thanks.
They haven't?
Not yet, but it normally takes quite a while.
Well, I think Lidl needs to get its act in gear.
I think they do, Lidl. I think they do. But what's really interesting about this is the IWSC Awards this year, which is the International Wine and Spirit Competition, this received a silver medal of outstanding quality. There were 40 sparkling wines that received that, and one of the other ones was a 2008 vintage Veuve Clicquot. So it's received the same award as a Veuve Clicquot 2008 vintage. And this is $7.99, and a Veuve Clicquot was probably, I don't know, 45 to 50 quid. So get yourself down to Lidl.
And this is $7.99?
And this is $7.99. Yeah. So lots of regions in France produce Cremant, and they'll have different grapes. You'll get Cremant de Loire, and probably Chenin Blanc. You'll get Cremant de Jura, probably Chardonnay, Cremant de Savoie now, Cremant de Limoux. So lots of different regions, and Bordeaux will produce this type of sparkling wine, and it's a really good alternative to champagne. And it's normally, it's always produced in a dry format. It just depends on the regional grape varieties for what it's made of.
And I'm quite struck by the label as well, because I think there isn't a happy little picture on there. It looks relatively highbrow, and I notice as well it says Brut on the bottom. Now this is the same place that used to make the aftershave.
Yeah, totally.
That my dad wears. Or used to wear.
Totally.
And I would occasionally steal.
Oh, that's what the smell was. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it's all about. Certainly French Frank's smiling there. He knows what I'm talking about.
He's had a bit of Brut in the past, hasn't he?
So just remind me, which one was that one again?
That was the first one.
The first
that was the
one.
one
So
with
what I thought was quite golden.
Yeah, so that would be the red wine grape in it. So I'm assuming that's going to be Pinot Noir.
So this is a red wine grape?
Yes, you can vinify red wine as a white wine. So it's probably a mixture of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, or it could be totally Pinot Noir. But I don't know the concentration. They're allowed to use predominantly Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, but they can use other grapes as well in the region.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so it's given it a slight colour. But also, this has a bit of yeast autolysis in it, so it's picked up some yeasty, bready flavours from lying on the dead yeast cells, and that can impart a little bit of a colour as well, depending on how long it's left in contact with the cells. So. But I like this. I think it's a great alternative for Christmas champagne. If you don't want to go out and spend money on a bottle of champagne, this is brilliant. Really, really good. And excellent. We have it in the house all the time, don't we, French Frank? Yeah, but it doesn't really stay very long.
French Frank says he has it for breakfast.
In the cereal, yeah.
And he puts it on his Frosties.
He does. Fizzes over. He drinks it in the bath. I'll have you know. Bath and candles and a good movie.
There's nothing savage about French Frank, is there?
There's nothing.
Nothing.
So, moving on to the second one.
I would say that I do think it's got a beautiful colour.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, do you not think?
It's great.
It's a lovely colour.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's really nice.
Because I think my expertise in wine revolved around, I could tell you what's a red one.
Yeah.
Because they're reddish. I could tell you the white one, because you can nearly see through it. And there's a pinky one as well. There's a technical name for that, I can't remember.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Is it rosé or something?
Something like that, yeah.
And if it has a high volume and a low price, it's a really good one.
Yeah, maximum yields, yeah, totally, yeah.
You've taught me different, so I'm learning something every day. You've taught me something very different. That taste, that's lovely.
Great, glad you like
good.
it.
Yes.
Good. So,
tell me about the other one.
The other one, okay. This has, so the first, sorry, before we move on, the first one is 12.5% alcohol, okay? The second one is 7.5% alcohol. This is a Claret to Die. This is from the Northern Rhone. It's from the southern part of the Northern Rhone. It's from an area called Dios, D-I-O-I-S. I've never ever seen a Claret to Die outside of France, apart from Lidl stocking it. I've never seen it. I've never seen anybody else stock this. It's from a region that's almost like subalpine, so it's just getting up into the alpine regions of the southern Rhone, or the northern Rhone, sorry, just before you hit this large kind of expanse of the southern Rhone. So it's got some lovely diurnal temperature swings, so it gets very cold at night and quite warm during the day, and this has an effect on the winemaking and the grapes that they can grow there. So this particular, the rules of the appellation, the rules of the where this is grown, state that it has to be a minimum of 25% claret and a maximum of 75% muscat, a petit grain, which generally produces sweet wines. So this is why you're getting a
That's
nice
why it's a sweet
taste. Yeah.
So I've got a sweet tooth, so I'm drawn to the sweet one.
But it's a lovely fruity aperitif, or even you could have it for a dessert.
Claret is the area rather than anything else.
Claret. It's the AOC, but claret is also a grape, and it's just a bit fortunate that it's also in this wine.
Is there any connection to claret? There you go. Like I said, I've just started the video, so that'll be my feed. It won't be a lot.
We'll edit you out. Don't worry. So anyway, we were talking about.
Yeah, I mentioned that this is claret.
Yes.
Which sounds like
Claret.
claret. Yes.
Claret.
Claret. Is there a link?
No.
Right. Okay.
No. Claret is a British word for red Bordeaux wine, so it covers, and probably Bergerac as well. So red
It's
wine.
a fine word, though.
Claret, yeah. People say, oh, I'd like a claret. I once did a course with a butler, and he was a butler for the Duke of. I shouldn't really say this on camera, but someone quite close to here. And he said all this Duke drank was claret. All he drinks is claret, red claret.
The Duke of Tyneside.
No, it's further north.
Duke of Newcastle. I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so no, it's no relation. Claret is Bordeaux. This is from the Rhone, southern Rhone, so totally different.
So we would probably not say that in France then.
Probably not. I'm not really sure lots of French people would know. I mean, they probably would know that British call red Bordeaux claret, but not everybody would. They would be like, what? Claret?
I noticed French Frank looked completely oblivious when I mentioned the word claret anyway, but yes.
So which is your favourite, Graham?
Now, I'm drawn to the claret because it's
Claret, yeah.
claret. It's claret. It's very sweet, and I've got a sweet tooth.
Have you?
So I'm a milk and two sugars man. I'm very proud of that.
I'm a cheese and biscuits girl. I wouldn't thank you for a. Yeah.
I like a cheese and a biscuit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, given time, it would become a little bit too sweet for me.
Yes, you couldn't drink it like all morning.
No, and I wouldn't put it on Frosties.
No, it's too much sugar on that.
Too much sugar on it.
Yeah.
But no, it is very sweet. It's very nice, and probably a glass or two of it. More than that would probably be a little bit too sweet for me.
And there's not enough alcohol in it.
And I drift back towards the
the
other
drier
glass,
style.
The drier style, yeah.
Okay, good. Great. So you've learned a little bit today.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I'm curious, when we're looking at these fizzy wines,
Yep.
what the link or how we would compare them to Prosecco's and so on, which I've noticed a lot of the younger people,
The millennials, is that what they're called? Millennials.
the millennials,
are drinking.
these days, yes.
Well, for a start, it's not French. It's Italian. Okay, so Prosecco.
Do they make wine there in Italy then, do they?
Make wine in Italy?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Good
yeah.
old.
So, yeah, okay, so there is a difference between Prosecco and French sparkling wine. Main difference is the grape. They have a grape called Glera. It used to be called the Prosecco grape, and then they've called it the Glera now, just to make sure that it's more controlled. Prosecco is grown in a number of areas, but the best Prosecco comes from, or the best Glera comes from, between two towns, Val di Biadine and Conegliano. So if you see Val di Biadine and Conegliano on a bottle of Prosecco, that's the better stuff.
Okay.
And that's the stuff you want to buy. It's the higher quality stuff. I mean, you can buy it from Veneto and Fruelli, but it's not as... it originated in Conegliano, Val di Biadine. And if it says DOCG, it'll be better than a DOC.
Okay.
So just to confuse you.
I usually buy it from Asda.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried
Don't
it.
buy the £5 stuff from Asda.
I've tried it, but purely for scientific research purposes.
Yeah.
And I would say I prefer this.
Great, because there's some other differences as well.
The taste
Is better.
is superior.
So a Prosecco, like a dry Prosecco, will really be a bit sweeter than a dry champagne or a dry Cremant. It's just, the Glera has a higher residual sugar, and it's grown in a warmer area, so it ripens more than what you will get from most definitely from a Bourgogne Cremant, because it's a lot cooler there. The climate's totally different. But also they use a method called the tank method. So they produce this in a tank and they bottle it under pressure. The other big difference is there are 6 atmospheres of pressure in a Cremant or a champagne. This is probably a little bit lighter, a little bit less the claret to die. Prosecco doesn't have that much. It's not as doesn't have much pressure in the bottle, so it's not going to produce as much fizz as a champagne or a Cremant. It'll probably around 4 atmospheres of pressure, and then you have Spumante and Frizzante. And Frizzante means lightly sparkling, and Spumante Prosecco is much more sparkling. So there's quite a lot. There's a lot of differences between Prosecco and French sparkling wine. I could go on for ages about it. I do prefer a Cremant to Prosecco because I like a drier style, and I feel that it's a lot of it is aged in cellars, it's aged in bottles, it's aged on its yeast cells for a long time to impart this, bready, biscuity flavour. You don't get that with Prosecco. You drink it within 1 to 2 years. It doesn't tend to be as complex as a French Cremant or a Champagne. So it's great for, toasting at weddings and stuff. And I know there are big Prosecco fans out there. And there are some really good Proseccos, and they're the ones you should look for that I've told you. But don't go to Aston by £5. Prosecco. It's not going to be particularly.
No, I wouldn't buy the expensive stuff for £5. That ping was me having an idea.
So that's the difference, and there's you can buy cava from Spain, and cava is also made in a method like champagne.
So do they kind of form the similar sort of family that you drink them for the same kind of
reasons?
Yeah.
Yes, but actually what I should have mentioned about this is not in the same champagne method, the claret to die. That is an ancestral method. And an ancestral method means that it only goes through one fermentation in the bottle, which brings us back to where sparkling wine was invented. And people think that champagne was the original sparkling wine, but it wasn't. I'm digressing loads now, but it came from the Saint Hilaire monks in the south of France, and they invented this ancestral method of one fermentation. So anyway, that's that. So champagne, two fermentations, and kind of everything else kind of one fermentation. And Cremant is 2 fermentations. It's the champagne method. Anyway, I'm going to get everybody confused in a minute, so I'm just talking. So yes, you could use it for all occasions. Sparkling wine. You could just have it for breakfast. Do you know, it's a little bit like Asti sometimes.
I'm drawn to the Claret de Die because I like to think of it being an Alpine, and I like it to think that people in leather trousers,
it's not
hairy
that
knees,
quite.
and
It's not that quite Alpine. It's another idea in your head. Was it bing bing? It's not. It's kind of like pre-Alpine. Savoie. If you get there is a new appellation for Savoie, which is in the Alps, which is that's where if you want an Alpine Cremant, that's where you go for an Alpine.
So warm during the day, cold at night.
This area, yeah.
And that makes the grape taste as it does.
Yeah, and it's a blend of grapes, but so it's and it's a sweeter, grape. So yeah, so you're going to take that one home.
I don't think I'm taking an empty bottle home. I was just going to put it in the recycle bin.
On the way out.
On the way out.
Why not?
Very
French,
nice.
French Frank, how about you? Didn't like it? Didn't like the Claret to Die? You liked the Cremant de Bourgogne? Good, man after my own heart.
I do know that we're not allowed to put French Frank on
camera
video, but I do think he reminds me very much of Yul Brynner in The King and I, with those trousers and things.
He does look a bit like that.
And he talks very much like him as well. Yeah, and the way he stands and everything.
But it's so kind of you to come looking like Santa tonight with the beard and everything. It was so nice to grow that.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's coming up to Fizz. It's coming up to my busy period.
We thought we would get him earlier rather than later when he's been drinking whiskey and going down chimneys. So thank you very much, Santa.
Well, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I do think you're far better at this than that James Martin character who can't cook and interview at the same time.
But all I was doing was drinking. I wasn't cooking, so that's easy, isn't it? And I didn't have to pour because French Frank was here. So
French Frank was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. Well, here's to French Frank.
To French Frank.
French Frank.
Thank
and come have a look at our Facebook page, Whispering Wine. Twitter, we're on Whispering Wine, and we're on Leah's Wine on YouTube. We'll probably do a few more over the next few weeks coming up to Christmas and do some Christmas wines. Might even get Graham back. That would be fun. One of these days we'll get French Frank on camera. Then I thought I'd get a camera shake there, but no, he's enjoying the nice Cremant. We'll have some information on the Facebook page as well, so stay tuned. And thank you very much to Graham once again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and my remote control is knackered.
Shall I lean forward and press the off button?
Yeah, go press off.
I'll add this one to my feed.